I wonder is it a shame that it was just this maybe like around this year that I started listening to Mac Miller. A poem. Okay, here's the poem. Am I too late to be on Mac Miller's Mac to but we had one person, they left. They said, what is you doing? Nothing. Picked a toenail out of my toe that was hurting so bad. I'm over here like walking, it was hurt, pulled that thing out. Anybody ever did that? Like that thing was just hurting. The toenail part ingrown. Passing time. You know, something I realized that like I don't feel like I'm popular, you know? Ugh. But I was on my live for a few minutes the other day. And then later on, this dude started following me. And I was kind of like, what the heck? Is this dude really following me? But I made like funny little gestures. And sure enough, like this dude was like 8 steps behind me, 8, 10 steps. And the crazy part about it is that I didn't even realize it till I just happened to stop and look. And then he stopped so abruptly and was acting like I'm not doing nothing. No, it's just like what the heck? This dude is following me. So it made me realize that because I had never tripped before, you know, like I'm just doing really random, crazy content. Sometimes music, sometimes I'm ranting about life because I'm pissed off or something. But it doesn't take that many. It just takes one. And I realized, like, okay, I got to be a little bit more cautious, especially when I'm on my live. When I'm on this live thing and I'm out in public, because you just never know. You know, it's like you never think about like, what do I need to be cautious for? Somebody running up, but just like how people be talking random craziness on here to me, you know, and just like I see on other people, you'll have people berating them if they're fat, if they're skinny, if their makeup is off, or if the dude got a bald spot, hairline. You know, you'll have people saying such negative, mean things. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm like overall, don't have, I don't feel like I have any enemies out there that have a valid reason to want to just like run up on me. So I'm not. I'm saying all that to say. So I'm never worried about like I gotta watch a back or something. You know, it's like it's pretty crazy. Exactly. I don't know what the VC means. Esta onde. I don't even know what that means. But like I said, I just found like how interesting like this world is. It makes me think like, should I even like keep doing this? Because like when somebody asks me, hey, how much money do you make? I'm like, I'm not even trying to make any money. First of all, and but I don't just do this because it's just I don't know. It's like a breath of fresh air for me, Whether there's just one person that's sitting there looking at me while I'm just ranting on or not, Um, I do things because sometimes I feel like, hey, food for thought, you know, or I will like repost somebody's videos just because, I feel like, hey, that was funny, or that was something that, hey, food for thought, you know. Um, not living is what I do for a living. You know what I'm saying? Say nobody's worried about, because we gotta make it. So we have no whatever else. Am I lost? No, I'm not lost. I'm not lost. I know where I'm going, baby. Let's see. We got two people here. Am I too late to be on Mac Miller's tip? They said yes. They some youngsters. Well, let me say this here. I'm glad that the two people, they probably not here. So just checking. Well, I appreciate that. I'm not I'm not lost. I'm just passing some time and I'm not tired. And my day is gonna get started at like 5 o'clock. So I'm since I'm not tired and I got my bags already packed and stuff. Now I'm just here. The life of me. The life of me these days has been part of my fantasy world, my dream world, my goals, and it's not over yet, but it has not worked out yet. But I'm close because the edge. I know I'm shaking the edge off. You know, uh, especially like when it's like training. Yeah, it's like I'm in training. That's the right word. That's what it is. I had to like what retrain. And plus, and I came across some people that for sure are like way more popular than me, way more popular, got way more people, and it's like, and since that's just it, we're all people, even like people who are famous, that are like really famous, that we'll see on billboards, like they're just still people too. And just like me, you could catch me on a off day, and you might see me, and I'm like in a mood or something, and you know, I don't come on here like that, so that could throw someone off, and I could get that. Hence, when I, met someone that I have followed, like on their journey, at least for like the last like 9 years. And it's funny. It's like if this dude and I started doing stuff. Now some of them are lizards or something. Yeah, yeah. There's some people who are. I don't. People say sell your soul. It's the same as just saying, hey, you just sold yourself out. You're willing to be somebody's. You're willing to be a puppet just so that you don't have to be like this. Being at the bus stop and stuff, or even just driving a car, worried about pumping gas. You know. Um, And then they realize that, I'd rather go back to pumping gas and half-ass cleaning my own behind, which is something though I am gonna do when I come back here. I found a place. I'm gonna get a colonic. We're gonna go. I guess I don't know if I'll be able to go. I can show my face because you're not gonna be seeing anything. And I didn't see it until like last night and the ad, and especially I was just like, oh heck yeah, for 50 bucks. So I want to say it's like I don't know how much it is where I live at to tell you to be so real. But I know it's not 50 bucks, you know. So, and with a place, I'm just gonna do that. I was really like, could I come in there today? You know, this thing is just moving slow. And people say, well, hey, eat more of this and that. It's like, yeah, I do, but I'm still gonna eat a lot of bad stuff. But anyway, like I said, so going back, one of the last dudes that I happened to come across, and I just didn't even like really kind of acknowledge him out loud, and because he just seemed so nonchalant, you know, uh, like purposely not want to address me. And I get where I feel like the dudes who like are really, really rude to me, the dudes that are really, really rude to me, it's like because I feel that they're mad that they find themselves a little bit attracted to me. And I'm saying they're mad at that because, you know, 'cause I don't have no boobies anymore. And especially since I'm a t-shirt and tennis shoes and jeans and shorts kind of chick since day one, since I was dressing myself. Um, it's hecka funny how like I said, I'll just see people like treat me. Could be yes. I feel like it could be. And I think that they're mad at themselves. They find me attractive, but they're just like, oh, she's some that bitch, whatever dude. She trying to be a dude, or um, she just taking the whole lesbian thing too far. You know, because they're just assuming. Hey, hello. Um, I just find it like just hecka. I just find it like hecka funny. Oh, shit, was that like a vape? It just had like this candy. Just dressed comfy. Yep, yes, I've always just dressed comfy. Just on my most of my days, and even let me say, I was comfortable for a while when I was wearing, all those girly attires and stuff, with the skirts and everything. Like I felt, I felt really good about myself, and I was comfortable then, you know. But now, I just went back to a routine that I had because I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna just don't dress like that girl style anymore. And it's all just psychological, really. I know. I just was like, I don't want to be like this because I won't say that I was dressing like that for someone, even though kind of like you'd be like, yeah, but it's one of those things where it's like I liked how they looked at me, and I didn't want anybody else to look at me like that. And so I was cool and I was happy like that for them. You know what I'm saying? And so it was like once that wasn't happening anymore, I just kind of fell off of that. Fell off of that grid. Oh no, no, baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Good looking out. Be like, hey, you just all in your own world. You know the bus is here, right? Because they might think I'm talking to myself. Even though right now I kind of technically am, but it's okay. It's okay. But anyway, like I said, you know, it's just so crazy. But just as much as it's like, you know, like that dude, he's for sure like just a regular dude. Obviously, he wasn't never trying to be nothing more than. He's just like, hey, his journey. Well, I'm gonna head out. Have a hey, you have a good night too, nameless wolf. Let's see if I remember you. Uh, it's my step down. Thanks, that's what's up. I think you gave me a like. Appreciate it. I want to say maybe it was Tick Tick Tock Boom that would let you could go to somebody's profile or like follow them instantly. You know, it's like it's kind of hard to do that here. If anything, or we just I guess gotta write people's names down and go find them later. But now to the haters, I'm getting off of the subject for a minute. But I'm looking at to the haters, the two haters who have said that yeah, I'm too late to be on Mac Miller's tip. But I'm like, hey, he probably did. Maybe he did get airplay. It just wasn't on the air that I was listening to. Um, I think the one that probably did get probably a lot of more playtime was the one he did with Ariana. Um, and I like that song. I like that. You just don't know how beautiful you are. That's my favorite part. You walk around, excuse me, you walk around so clueless to it all, like nobody gonna break your heart. And it's, just like a lot of music that we can all gravitate to, is usually we relate to it. You know, just like I listen to what is it, Big Plug the X and stuff, and Mexican OT and shit. Like I listen to those dudes. I don't like listen to them faithfully, you know, nothing like that. But as I go in that era, that genre of music, and just flip through it, and I'm just like, okay, they got some slaps that I mess with. I can mess with. Listen to. That's like the cool little monorail right there. That place right there. I'm like, I think that's a hotel, but it looks like apartment. At the same time, like condos. It's probably people that do their residency and stuff. They got like the crew and whatnot. I would like to, like I said, there's people where it's like they YouTube famous, Instagram famous and stuff. Just like I ran into a dude, met a dude that's on Instagram and shit, and he got YouTube also. But he was real humble, young brother, um, color, and he was really, really humble. At first, I thought like he was a little, but I can get why if you hesitant to shake somebody's hand. Let me just say, because especially just nowadays, where people half-ass do stuff. He even like posted me on his Instagram, and I thought that that was pretty fucking cool. Cause I felt like even if he want to make jokes at me, but I don't feel like that. I feel like that was just all like just love. I'm really wanting to like cut my hair, man. It's like I like this part. Like I like this. I like it to lay like that, but I really kind of like just want this under part. Like I want to cut this. I like how the little faded look. Like maybe if I just did like that part, not go, oh, I won't go so extreme anymore and go all the way back. But Charlie, what's up, Charlie? Charlie Fisher to see that dude. And I just kind of like this look. I'm thinking like I just want to cut my hair. So I kind of I like this look. That's why I like wear my hair in braids like these. You can't see too much, but this is just a braid. I'm not making any locks, just braiding my hair. That's what's up. You good? You good and blessed. That's right. Everybody, all those three, and everybody else who might pass through for a second. Have you ever had that where you be like, I like this part of my head, but then it's like the other side just doesn't work as much. I dyed my hair, and I'm like, yes, man, it is wild. It is wild to look at yourself and you're like, holy smoke, like that's me again, because overall my hair, especially over here, is just like it's so white now. But I don't have a problem. It's 3:24 for you right now, and yes, it's weird. 3:24 is 2 hours, so be somewhere around Texas on that part of the world. It is 1:25. Um, yeah, it's so crazy. But I'm like, I was really cool for the longest with my whites. It was a friend of mine who was like, girl, put some of my dye. Thanks, Charles. That's what's up. Appreciate it. Wow, like, I'm like, hey, I keep on. I just might make my 2000. I think that's what I like about is it just gives you kind of goals. It's just something fun to do, you know. That's I've never tripped off of um not just money or anything, but it's kind of like it's almost like it's a game. Right on. Hello, what's up, Grace Lynn? Hello, hello, hello. That's what I'm saying, where you just get to kind of, for us people like myself, I won't say like yeah, I guess, yeah, I'm not a loner on purpose. Like I met some cool people today, um, and we all exchanged numbers, so it's like, hey, may it really like pan out. How how I doing? How you doing? How you doing? I'm blessed. I'm blessed no matter what. Sitting over here licking my wounds, but it's a part of life. What? I'm very friendly in real life and cheating. I'm losing. Okay, now you depressed chatting in real life. Okay, I'm very friendly in real life and chatting. And Graceland, now what you doing depressed? Well, you know what? I know what you're doing depressed. You're just going through life cycles. And right now, the feeling that you have, you are um, associating it with the sad or really sad feeling. And that could, I get it, it could come from a whole lot of stuff. My stepmom, your stepmom, did she pass away or did she make you upset? Did she, because it's usually like, I gotta go. All right, Charlie, that's what's up. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the like and stuff. I try to remember, check out your channel if I can figure out. She abused you. Hmm. My mom abused me. Um, yeah, but I know it wasn't extreme compared to many others. So it's more so like her discipline was abusive. She said she wasn't. Yeah. So you're depressed because she won't take accountability for her actions. She called you fat. She There's some insecurity of herself. Even if she's really skinny, and she might be fat, or she might have some kind of body that's proportioned, that'll make somebody take a second look. But she got some faults. She is the reason why her is. No, you're the reason. You might feel like, well, you might be, you might be young or something. Listen, I'm really sorry that that's happening. If you are under 18 and you're a kid, you know, um, yeah, it's messed up to get away and go into the system by Grayson. That makes me like think about like something like to talk on, because abuse like does come in so many ways, and it carries on. It can carry on through our life. We will attract the people that have that in their nature to put their hands on somebody else's child. And what I mean is like, the people that you date, the people that you get involved with physically, because that's overall how it's going to be. Because only people that was like that's going to be just your friend and you have no kind of intimate with would be somebody from childhood who they was like that with you as kids, and then y'all grew up and you still hang around that person. But that's just it. It's like you gotta, oh wow, you gotta. That's what it's like as a kid. What do you do? It's like you try to find people. If you got an aunt or uncle, especially if it's a step parent, you would think, because then it's like, well, where's the dad? And it just goes in so deep as to like how, not necessarily to justify. Is there another one coming anytime soon? You said Spanish? Oh, yeah. The just like 10 minutos the bus just passed. It just passed like yes, yes, yeah, yeah, like 10 minutes. So yeah, I don't know how. You have to you Google the maps. Let me. I don't know. Ah, okay. All right. Well, there was nobody anyway, but yeah, you guys just touched on something that's like hopefully it's not a troll, and you know, and man, little Grayson. Oh man, it just so bothers me because it's like then you wish like you could save people. It's like we all have to go through these things in this world to learn stuff. We're like all like examples. of the stuff that's going on. An example of somebody who came through it. Example of somebody who did it. It's like, gosh, it's like if we can explain, like, why is it that things can't be like it is on the TV? You know, like, why can't things, they say, like, a quote unquote perfect world, but there isn't anything that's perfect. If something was, like, we wouldn't be happy about if it was perfect. We wouldn't. We want to mess up something. We want something to be different. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. So it's like we go through all these things. We go through positives and negatives. We can go through like 2 straight years of like things are great and then something happens, and that's where the test is. That's where your test. It's like when we admit to being human. Oh, I got some more votes. Got some more opinions about my Mac Miller stuff. Oh, it went 50-50. Ah, thanks. Like, no, thank you. Because that's where I was going to go. It's like if something, especially when it's like a music, movie, entertainment, and the arts, that's where like the arts are. When it's from drawing to writing books to movies, to rap, R&B, whatever, all the music stuff. It's um if it's really good and if it's meaningful to you, if it touches you, no matter when you hear it, you know, no matter when you see it, it's like it's okay to enjoy it and play it like or enjoy it like it just came out yesterday. You know, and that's how it is. Like when I listen to the Mac Miller stuff that I've been listening to, I pretty much listen to everything. It's like at one point, like YouTube hit me up and they were like, "You one of the top listeners, you know, Mac Miller, like you know, as of like June 2025." You know, and I'm like, "Isn't that fun?" It's like at one moment, like I guess probably when the young man first passed, because I see like pretty much every one of his um tracks that he's got out there, he's got at least double digit, he's got like double in millions, you know, and some is like hundreds of millions of views, but they're, I want to say pretty much all in millions. Part of me is just like, should I, you know, keeping this up here, man. You know, Graceland, if you're listening, I'm really sad to hear that you feel like you gotta hurt yourself and you're taking away, because it's like, you know, hey, you could be young, could be older talking about some stuff that happened when you were younger, but don't let that carry on. Be better than, be a better person. and avoid negativity. Avoid negativity. And if you're chunky, if you're content with yourself, then hey, because there's always gonna be somebody that's gonna say something about from your hair to your shoes. We all we all have some kind of abnormal. You know, somebody even think like I remember like I used to like Ricky Martin. I thought he was just so handsome. I mean, he is handsome, but eventually he then got older, you know, and it's showing, and he's just not so attractive anymore. So it's like, hey, we all got, but it's just about how what I've learned is about being comfortable with oneself, accepting your flaws and all, you know, because everybody is somebody for everybody or something like that for a moment or something, and it's okay. Eventually, we're rescued from the pain that we have allowed people that pass through our life to hurt us. We've allowed it. I guess there are some things that, yeah, can happen if you're a child and you're under protection of people that are just over you. And it's like, damn, I don't know what's the right answer because we all go through it. It's just like once we get older, there's lots of things we're like, oh, if I could take back, and you just like, as you get older, you'll sit back and look at yourself and be like, what was I thinking about? But that's where I feel like if you have some kids, you got to raise your kids, and everybody's supposed to have some raising training. It's like, since it's not at home, it for sure needs to be in schools now. For those of us who know, like, weren't raised right and didn't raise right, the things we had, our kids we had to raise, I don't feel like I was a good parent at all. I didn't know. It's almost like I was like, I want to have a baby, but I don't remember saying like, oh, I want to be a good parent. I'm sitting there looking at my mind. I just never even tripped off that. So yeah, and that's where it is. Like the awareness, we need to be taught and be like when people say, "Hey, I'm gonna get me a dog." Most of us will say, "Girl, you want to get you a dog? Do you know the responsibility? What's up, Charlie's back? What's up? Do you know what responsibility it takes for a dog? Okay, you're gonna have to walk it. You're gonna get a dog or a puppy. So you're gonna get one that's already trained and everything, and then it's gonna have to like you. You're gonna have it in a cage. You know you got to go to work. Be all those things. So we don't say those things to people from when they get married or if they like out there now using their liberties as they choose to with other people. Hey, you can have a baby, you can get pregnant. Dude, you could have a baby. Girl, you can get pregnant. You need to have a baby for both. Those responsibilities. You sure you're gonna be ready for that? You sure? And like, do you know how? All those things. And we don't think about that. Where somebody that knows, not too many people pull somebody's coattail and be like, you don't need to be having no babies, girl. Um, if you didn't have a good example and you selfish anyway, you like to keep to yourself anyway, those things. And then for a dude, you be careful. You spreading yourself around in the world like that. But look at you really. You want another you running around like that? You know what I'm saying? and you're not gonna be responsible for yourself, you know. All right. Um, so yeah, just back to what, and I know like yeah, I'm ranting on about stuff. It's like, what is this lady talking about? And that's what I'm saying. That's my channel. Is me just I'm just freestyling. I'm like, this is what I want to talk about. I choose to share. I want to share about my life. I'm not. This is what I'm just selling me. If you choose to, like hear what I got to say or watch a video and I mean, a little short and think that it was a good idea that I put that short there so you give me a like or you just look at it, whatever it is, that's cool. I'm like, it, the payment is that you people, whomever like does watch it or like likes, like that I did something that was like worthy of your time, even if it's like for 5 seconds short or God forbid the 3 minutes, and that it was touching to you, even if you didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? If you hate it, if you hated on it, it's like it's all good. Yes, I put it on mute. I was talking to the young man. For a second here as I'm sitting at the bus stop. It feels so good. It's probably like 90. It's probably like 90 degrees, and the sun is about to come up. It's about to be ugly. It's crazy how it's like time knows, like when it's the weekend. You know, it's like that's so crazy. Excuse me. Time knows, and I say that because like the weather, it could be like sometimes say like all week it could have been cold, and then the weekend will come and it'll be hot and it'll go away again, or it'll be like really really um hot and then get cold. I don't know. That's not the point I'm trying to make. Isn't what I'm going to, but so never mind. But anyway, like I said, um, it's like strive to be better than your example. Because those are things like I think about to me. Like I didn't think about that. I didn't say like I'm not gonna be like my mother. I just didn't say that. And I'm like, why? And then I think, why didn't I say that? I just didn't. I've just been like going with the flow. And that's where it is. It's like, hey, I'm a prime example. Let me be the example of what not to do, people. You want your kids to grow up like me? No. And I'm not putting myself down in a way that sounds like I'm just realizing, because I know, like, yes, I definitely can, like, grow better, like, from here, you know, because I'm still here. And now I've, like, learned so much and got so much information. Um, it's like there needs to be more education. Some people think that they parented well because um, their kids went to college, or they got one job and they stuck with it, or they it's whatever, like their kid never even got a parking ticket, and they'll feel like, hey, I did well. But it's like they don't know their kids. you know Come on. Phone's about to die. This is a good one. I might keep it. I don't know though. It's damn. It's like talking about. It's like, it's just like just kind of like in line. Like I'm like, I'm not perfect. I'm like, I don't have a problem like admitting, some stuff. Might not want to, or I hate to be like, yeah, I did do that. Kind of thing. Even with me, like when I talk about mentioning past relations, I don't mention it to put, if those people happen to be seeing me, because I wouldn't know, then it's like, hey, those are my pain and my wounds that, yeah, I just carry them on, and I know that those weren't good things to do, and I'm sure you guys don't do them as much as people. All right, peace out.